Hey everybody, I'm out here in the backyard. It's kind of chill. Got a little bit of summer left here, actually a fair amount, but this time of year always feels like towards the end of summer to me. I wanted to talk a little bit about the bridge in songwriting, such a great sort of tradition in songwriting, especially modern popular music songwriting. They say the bridge came out of Wagner, but I don't know. But anyway, what is a bridge? A bridge is something that kind of takes you out of the song and then moves you back in. And it's such a great element of songwriting. And I always think a lot of songs are a verse and a chorus, Sweet Caroline or whatever, or maybe just White Christmas, which is just sort of a chorus you sing. There's actually a verse to White Christmas. But some songs take you into a bridge, which is kind of something different. It sort of takes you out of the song. It deviates a little bit from the patterns melodically and harmonically, and even maybe structurally from the verse and the chorus that you get kind of used to. But it takes you out a little bit, and then it brings you right back in. They're usually pretty short, and in a good bridge, it's a work of art. It's a marvel of songwriting craft. Let me give you a little list of some of the bridges that I have admired over the years. Let's start with this one. There are so many, but I kind of came up with some of the ones that, and I didn't really just sort of think of this list off the top of my head. It was actually, these are things I've admired since I was a teenager. But anyway, this is an amazing bridge. You might, and I'm always there. I need her everywhere. And if she's beside me, I know I need never care. But to love her is to need her everywhere. Love in my hand, no, knowing that love is to share. What a great freaking song. That might be my favorite Beatles song. Yeah, I mean, that's saying a lot, but that is such a it's just it's a song that's just in that nice kind of key of G. It should have been in maybe E flat or even D, because it's a killer to sing. Does Paul McCartney still sing it? That was too high for him probably in 1966, but it's forget it now. But anyway, but it takes you out of that G chord. Running my mind, F sharp minor, B seventh, then E minor. Always there. I need her. Then it takes you to B flat. It's just flat out a key change, but you almost wouldn't want to write it. It is a key change, really. But it's just a masterful bridge. Paul McCartney is not second fiddle to any of the great songwriters of the 20th century. Irving Berlin, Richard Rodgers, Cole Porter. I mean, any of the really big, major, just pure songwriters. Kathy, I said as a boy in the Greyhound in Pittsburgh, Michigan seems like a dream to me now. Then we have something. It took me 4 days to hitchhike from. Now we're gonna go to that D again. I've gone to look for then a C7, and you've got to have that C7. Sometimes the C7 is kind of a flavor, an option, a frill, but not here. Now watch, here's the bridge. Watch this. B flat 7, major. Okay. Now the B flat major 7. Laughing on the bus. Back to C, playing games with the faces. See how that chord takes you out? It feels like you're going into another song or another key or something. She said the man in the gallery, she was a spy. for cigarettes. I think there's one in my raincoat. Smoking a cigarette on a bus. We need a parental guidance warning there, trigger warning. But that's such a well done song. I mean, Paul Simon's got a bunch of them, but and his lyrics are, just always, a lot of those songs, the lyrics are, it's poetry class quality lyrics. All right, here's another one I've always admired since I was in high school, and I still do. Winter, spring, summer, fall. See, that's a verse in the chorus. All you got to do is call, and I'll be there, yes I will. See, that was the verse in the chorus, so you had, when you're down in trouble. That's the verse, and the chorus is, you just call. That is so great. That is such a great chorus. You just call out my name, and wherever I am, I'll come running. But then there's bridge. Call out my name. Let's listen to that bridge. And wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, fall. All you got to do is call, and I'll be there, yes I. Here's the bridge. Now watch, it takes it it feels like it's moving into another key, which would, I guess, be the key of C. Hey, ain't it good to know that you got a friend when people can be so cold? They'll hurt you and desert you. Look at these chords. They'll take your soul if you let them. Oh, but don't you let them. You just see. I took that is a woman, Carole King, who she'd written. I think she'd been writing songs probably since she was a teenager, if not before that. But she just she knew, and to write a song like that, you have to know a lot of songs and see how others have done them, and it's just and it's not textbook in a formulaic sense, but it is textbook, and it's got such a good verse, such a good chorus, and such a masterful bridge. I'll just play it one more time. You just call out my name, and wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Spring, summer, fall. All you got to do is call, and I'll be there, yes I will. Here we go to F. Ain't it good to know that you got a friend when people can be so cold? They'll hurt you and desert you. Now, you know what? I'm appreciative of all those piano vocal guitar books, because I got this song out of an old James Taylor piano vocal guitar. The chords were really nice. That's like an F chord, but you turn it kind of into a D minor by putting your pinky. There's an F chord, and then you put your pinky there. They'll hurt you and desert you. They'll take your soul if you let them. Oh, but don't you let them. That's what you call songwriting excellence, mastery. Here's another one. This one I don't know. Sometimes I don't. I got a guitar solo version of this on my channel. I hope some of you watch. Great songwriter. He became a colorful character with his Willie wagon and everything. But one of the great songwriters of American history. I'm crazy. Patsy Cline. Crazy for feeling. That's a Willie Nelson song. Lonely. And it's a good song. It's in the key of F. I'm crazy. Willie Nelson, he plays that old nylon string, and sometimes I knew plays an F. You love me as long as you want it. G minor to F sharp minor, which I don't know if you need that F sharp minor. It's kind of a flavor, but it seems essential to me. Look at this nice chords. And then someday, you know, Nashville in the 60s had some like the Ray Price type stuff and some of that orchestra Nashville. But look at this bridge, show you. Someday you'd leave me for somebody. It's such good songwriting. You'd leave me for somebody new. Now here's the bridge. And I always kind of do it boogie, like a slow blues version. I don't know how he does it, but B flat. Why should I let myself worry? Now back to, here's a G, wondering what in the world I would do. Watch this, C, E flat diminished, back to C ninth, whatever the heck that is. Those are chords, you know, I'm not a jazz player, but I get some of those chords out of those sheet music, old sheet music, not just like tabs, but from piano music, and that's a great chord. It looks like a C7th with a, whatever that, with a G sharp. But anyway, it goes B flat, worry. Why should I let myself worry? Wondering what in the world. Now we got this great without you, and that's why I'm crazy. You need a nice Telecaster or Martin, but it's nylon string. And that's why I'm crazy for thinking that my love could hold you. You want to see a great ending? Watch this. B flat major 7th. I'm crazy. B flat major 7th. Crazy. A minor 7th. Crying. G minor 7th. Crazy for trying. Then an F major 7th. And I'm crazy for loving you. Watch this. I'm crazy for crying, and I'm crazy for trying, and I'm crazy for loving you. I always like to make it a little bit bluesy. But that, the way he goes to that B flat 7th, or worry. Why should I let myself worry? Wondering what in the world I would do without you, and that's why I'm crazy for thinking that my love could hold you. I'm crazy for crying, and I'm crazy for trying, and I'm crazy for loving you. Masterpiece. And while I'm in the key of F, I thought I'd do another one that Willie Nelson also does, although who wrote this? Gershwin? Hoagy, Carmichael? It's my state song. It's got a great bridge in it, and it's right out of the classic kind of sheet music songwriting of yesteryear. One of the best. Georgia, Georgia, where That goes from F to A. Georgia, Georgia, D minor, the whole day through. G minor 7th. Then it walks up to a B flat minor 7th. By the way, I play these like I play them, and I got them out of piano music. So don't. I'm not saying this is Willie. You know, this is how Willie Nelson plays or anything like that. Georgia, Georgia, the whole day through. Just an old sweet song keeps Georgia my mind. Go down to that diminished chord. Each day, Georgia, a song of you comes as sweet as clear as moonlight through the pines. Now here's the bridge. The bridge, and it goes to D minor. Other arms reach out to me. Other arms smile tenderly. Still in peaceful dreams I see the road leads back to you. Georgia. Now let's look at that bridge again, just masterful. So it goes in D minor, other arms, and that's an interesting chord. I'm going to call that a G minor 6th, but it's kind of like a 9th chord. But if you play that note right there, the A string note, which is a C, you end up, it's not the right chord. Then you end up with the C 9th. And it's not but it's the same top 3. You got these 3. And then that one right there. And I need to learn more about that chord because I see a lot of those telly players use that a lot. And ES335 players, kind of a nice one I don't use too much. I use a 9th chord all the time. But anyway, that's other arms reach out. Now that's that chord we saw in You Got a Friend, which is like an F chord, but you want your finger there. And you want that because walking up, see? Then you have a B flat 7. And by the way, I'm by myself, but that would sound great with a couple guitars, a bass, maybe a piano, wouldn't it? And a decent singer, but it goes, other arms reach out to me. Other arms small, tenderly, G. Still in peaceful dreams I see. Now we're going to go to one of those chords that's a little out of the feel. C, which is the E, C, then A minor. Now we have a, what's that, E flat diminished, back, and then that chord, which is those 3 strings and an open D string, back to you. See that? Other arms reach out to me. Other arms smile tenderly. Still in peaceful dreams I see the road Nelson chord. On my mind. You don't have to play that like anybody else but yourself. But I would favor those chords. I mean, I've done it in G with other people who prefer to play in G, but sounds great in F. I'm pretty sure that's a piano key, but it works great on F. Going on too long, but these are all such great songs. Maybe I'll break it up, but here we go. Another great song. I have seen you on the shore, standing by the ocean's roar. Do you love me? Do you, surfer girl, surfer girl, surfer? Now here's the bridge. We'd rather see together, and our love would grow. It's kind of a 50s type progression. In the woody, I will take you. Here's that chord. Everywhere I go. Now you can't. I've played this for years. We usually don't because it's a bear. But if you're so inclined, you can go up to E flat. So I say. So you can move it up to A flat there. But that's a bridge. It leads you out of the key signature. So we'd rather we see together. My woody, I would take you everywhere I go. So I say from me to you. So I say from me to you. I will make your dreams come true. That's how you play it in A flat. It's a bugger. I say from me to you. What do we just do? I will make. That's a major seventh to a dominant seventh. A flat. See, that's a bugger. So I say. See why it's easier to just keep in G, but so I say to me and you, I will make your dreams come true. Do you love me? Do you, surfer girl, surfer girl, surfer? Or you could go surfer girl. Freaking great song. Ken and Dave, my friend Ken from Ken and Dave. We haven't played that much lately, but he plays a ton of Beach Boys and he plays all the chords just right. I don't want to go on too long, but got a couple more. Here we go. Johnny Marks. A little trivia. Who's Johnny Marks? See if you know this one. It's got a great bridge. Both these songs, I'm going to combine two of these songs into one. They're by Johnny Marks. Here we go. Oh, the mistletoe hung where you can see. Somebody waits for you. Kiss her once for me. Have a holly jolly Christmas. You hear that? The mistletoe, it takes you out, and you feel like it just takes you for about 1 second into another key or something. You feel like you're and it kind of keeps you awake. It gives you something a little different to think about, but not in an intrusive way. So it only enhances the song. It's just masterful. It's not much to it, but look how simple that is, but how well crafted that is. Have a holly jolly Christmas this time of the year. Well, I don't know if there'll be snow, but have a cup of cheer. Have a holly jolly Christmas, and as you walk down the street, say hello to friends you know and everyone you meet. Here we go. Bridge. Oh, the mistletoe hung where you can see. Listen how he takes it out in D minor. Somebody, then A minor waits for you. Then a D dominant, a D major, not a D major 7, but a D major chord, but with the dominant 7. Kiss her once for me. And it takes you right back. Have a hot. It's just on a related note. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, saying, you know what? There's a lesson there somewhere. If you don't have to be that original. If you have $1 million hit on one chord progression, why not use it on the next $1 million hit? Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, back to D minor, Rudolph with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? That's a great bridge. So it takes you out. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say. Now it feels like you're going into another key right there, doesn't it? It feels like you're going into G. Rudolph with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Then all the reindeer loved you, had to shout it out with glee. I should have my flat pick and my Martin out. But both those are by Johnny Martin. And you know, Christmas carols, we only hear them once in a while. I hope you'll listen to my Christmas CD. I've got a piano CD and also guitar CD I did with my friend Bob. But Christmas music is great. I mean, and it's written over like practically 2,000 years of history or close. I mean, over 1,000 years of history, and it's just everything. It's such different styles, but it's also great. And some of those kind of department store Christmas carols were just masterful. Silver Bells, any of those, you know, Winter Wonderland. But that Johnny Mark, and they're simple. There's nothing complicated about them, but it's kind of simple. Like I said, it's simple, but you try to come up with something that great, you know. Oh, the mistletoe. It's simple. I bet you can play it. You try to write it though. Oh, the mistletoe hung where you can see. Somebody waits for you. Kiss her once for me. Unbelievably great songwriting. And you know what? For kids of all ages, I love Christmas. Here's another one. See if you recognize this one. I'm going to kind of wrap it up here. I need to know that you will always be the same old someone that I knew. Now watch this B flat. What will it take to you believe in me the way that I believe in you? Look at that. You got a G chord. It's like it looks like a G chord, which would be like an F chord slid up, but you're playing the A string, so I'm going to call that an A chord. But it's got a G, and then you got the A on the top. Listen to that. And you know what? Those kind of voicing chords, sometimes in jazz, I get a little sick of them talking about all their voicings. But in some of these songs, it's essential. It's part of the structure of the song, really. I need to know that you will always be. To know that you will always be that same old someone that I knew. He's taking you out of key here. What will it take to you believe in me? Now watch G minor to well, the way that I believe in you. Listen to that. You wouldn't want to stop there. Starry, starry night. Paint your palettes blue and gray. Vincent by McLean. My grandma made me. I know I'm gonna be able to sing that song when I'm got Alzheimer's. You know why? Because my grandma used to make me play it for. I bet I played that song for 150, 200 times in the course of our many years of loving grandmother to grandson relations. But the bridge on that goes, where they, I crushed and broke on the virgin snow. Now I think I know what you tried to say to me. How you suffered for your sins, and how you tried to set them free. Not listen, they did not know how. I'm gonna do that bridge again because we're almost. For they could not love you, but still your love was true. And when no hope was left in sight. Now here's the. It seems like so many of these bridges have one chord that kind of takes you a different place, but then leads you back in. And here's the chord. We're in the key of G, and he's going to toss a C minor in there, which I think is a Beatles trick. I don't do that much naturally, but every time I come across a song that's in G with that C minor in it, yeah, I need to think like that more often. But so he goes, "For they could not love you." Watch for the C minor. But still your love was true. Unbelievably great song. See, I had another one I was going to do. What was it? I don't want to. Almost done. Here's a. Don't sue me, so. Wonder why the right. Take another shot of courage. Wonder why the right words never. That's it. That's another great bridge. It took me a minute to remember it. Take another shot of courage. Wonder why the right words never come. B7, you just get numb. Here's that chord. A7, then back to G. Feels like you're going into another key signature, doesn't it? Take another shot of courage. Wonder why the right words never come. Then a B7, you just get numb. Then an A, then back to G. It's another tequila sunrise. This old world still looks the same. Well, I could go on, and I'm sure you're adding some out of your own thoughts as we go, but I don't know if you want to call that a lesson or something, but all those songs are great songs for a guitar player to play, so you can kind of see how I did them. And I don't know if I ever said this, but you know, I worked in a recording studio from about the age of 18 to 22. It was like my part-time job. You know, I didn't have to work at McDonald's, and I used to be kind of embarrassed about it because we did so much lousy stuff. But now that I'm older, I really learned a lot. And I beat flipping burgers or selling French fries. You know, I learned a lot. I was playing Gibson and Martin guitars, but people would send us in songs. It was one of these places they actually advertised in the back of Rolling Stone magazine, Billboard, some of those places, in those little Matchbox ads. And people would send in songs. And we would do them, or they would send in lyrics and we would write songs for them. And I worked there like 3 or 4 years. It was kind of part-time, but like I said, we did, you know, people could send us, you know, doggy do on the roof, and we'd you know, we try to write a song to it, but for $50, you know, you pay it. But I actually learned a lot, and because, you know, we did do a lot of good songs too. I don't know how well we did them, but we'd get some pretty good songs in there by different songwriters around the country, and a lot of them were either country songs, or a lot of the clientele of that company, of that business, was older people, and they all came out of like you know, Georgia Crazy, you know, like Somewhere Over the Rainbow. We did a lot of stuff like that, and I really learned a ton. And that's where I learned to appreciate songwriting, and I learned to think in terms of verses, choruses, a bridge, and outros, intros, turnarounds. And I play with so many people that have trouble with that. You know, they'll be great players, and then but they can't follow a structure of a relatively simple but well-crafted song. But those are just masterful songs. They're humbling. You know, I write songs, but some of these are just humbling how well done they are, but they're excellent. So we had, just to recap, Here, There, and Everywhere, America by Paul Simon, You Got a Friend, Crazy, Georgia, Surfer Girl, Two Christmas Carols by Johnny Marks, Just the Way You Are, Vincent, and Tequila, Sunrise. The final thing I'll say is, you know, I did a video on Great Bridges about 2 years ago, sitting right here. And at that time, I was debating whether I wanted to keep my YouTube channel up. I was always kind of self-conscious about it. And I privatized a lot of my early videos, like, for over a year. And so I don't think anyone ever did watch it. I opened it back up a while back, but it's just been sitting there dormant. So I basically redid that video. I don't think I did every song the same, but I have another one. You can see what I did on that one. I think a lot of the songs are repeats, but no one watches that one, and it's been sitting there in the dormant parts of my channel from the pandemic for years. So I thought I'd do it again because it's a great subject, the bridge in popular music. Thanks. God bless.